Hello and welcome to week 20 on the FyberCraft server. Now, last episode, we built this entire Guardian farm, including the storage system down below. And we actually, if you remember, began the episode by extending the walls down to make this look a lot nicer. But it's still kind of bland. Like, there's still tons of stone and diorite, granite, andesite, even ores on the ground. So I want to change that. I want to make this place look as good as I can possibly make it. And I've spent some time in the creative test world mocking up a plan. And for these last few days that I have before the server shuts down, I want to do as much as I possibly can on this design. And it's gonna be a lot of work, but I think I can do it if I really grind out like crazy. Now, there are a couple of things I need to do to prepare for this build. And first of all, I need to get probably quite a bit more deep slate. I need to get loads more dark oak, and I need to get some ice. Yeah, ice is a big part of this build. I think that it might actually make sense to make a farm for ice, which, if you don't already know, ice isn't possible to automatically farm, but there are formations that you can use to make the process go a lot faster. And in terms of prismarine, I have loads down below, and I've been doing tons of AFKing, and it's been sped up by the sea pickles, which I have now placed all around and in the surrounding caves. Now, you might have noticed in the latter half of last episode, and right now, right up here, is a little thing that shows my FPS. And this is actually a mod that I installed called Mini HUD, and it has many different functions. So the first one you can see is my FPS, and the next one, if I turn it on and I look at a block, it tells me the position of that block. There are a lot more things, such as a thing that tells me what the light level on a block is, and if it is dark enough for mobs to spawn, such as right over here. And there are things that can show you if there are any slime chunks around you. And finally, a giant spawn and despawn sphere. And this tells you where mobs can spawn, and they can spawn outside of the smaller one, and they despawn out of the big one, which means they will spawn anywhere in between these two circles, which is what I've roughly lit? What I roughly lit up. Don't know what that was about. So yeah, these tools are very helpful when doing all this stuff, but yeah, I think it's about time to build an ice farm and start farming some ice. Okay, so I just threw together a simple ice farm, and I made 4 tiles of them, which means hopefully when I complete one, the next will be completely frozen, and then after I finish that one, the next will be completely frozen, and then this one will be frozen, and then hopefully when I'm done with the 4th one, I'm able to come straight back here and start again. Now, the build that I'm gonna build this week requires about an entire shulker box of packed ice, which, if you don't know, the crafting recipe for packed ice is 9 ice, which is what we're gathering here. Which means I need about 9 shulker boxes of normal ice. So that means I guess I'm out here mining ice for quite some time now. So I made it bigger. 2x2 was not even close to enough. So I made it 3x3 instead, so that's adding 5 more modules onto the original size, and it still took quite a while, but the timing of the ice freezing is way better, Before I'd have to wait like 5, maybe even 10 minutes before I start the next round, and now I just do them back to back. Now, of course, they don't freeze all the way, and this is probably the most you'll see before starting a new round, but it's very consistent, and so it doesn't really matter in the end, I don't think. But yeah, if you come over here, this is my little setup. You can see I have almost a full shulker box of packed ice, and this should be good enough for our build. Now, the one downside, I created a mob farm in the process. I need to light this up at some point. But this build, this ice farm, is not the focus of today. I just want to get the rough premise down, and we will decorate all of these mini farms that I've been building, as well as the sea pickle farm, after we're done with this big project. Yeah, still have a lot of work to do before then. So I started actually getting some of the ingredients that we needed less of. So in here you can see I got my carpets. This is for spawn proofing. A little bit of ink, which we're going to use later on to make some more dark prismarine. This is actually for our nether portal. And look at this. We have all of these various colors of glass all ready to go. Now in this shulker box, this was a little more of a grind. We have all of the dark oak materials that we're going to need for this build. And yeah, it's very dark oak heavy. And I really like how the dark oak looks with the prismarine and the deep slate. So the next thing we're going to do is actually we're going to try to get some of that dark prismarine. So I'm going to head over to the guardian farm where there is a big ocean and lots of squid. Now I've arrived at the farm here and I'm looking around and I don't see too many squid. See, I've only gotten 15 ink sacs so far. Oh, right as I was saying that. It always happens, doesn't it? But yeah, there really aren't all that many, which means I think I need a farm, because I think I need about 10 stacks of dark prismarine, and I only have 2 left after building the storage room. And by that I meant like 2 stacks. But still, this is about 1 per ink. So if I turn this all into ink, yeah, look at this. I can make 5 with the shards I had in my inventory, but look at that. 5 ink, 5 dark prismarine. That means I need a lot more ink than I can obtain currently. Yeah, that means I need to build a squid farm, and I'm not exactly sure what design I'm going to use, but I'll take a quick look at some of the more popular ones, and I'll find a place, and I'm just going to build it. Okay, so I'm almost done with the farm, and I'm digging out this hole, and I've almost reached the level, but yeah. It intersected barely with this amethyst geode. And I figured out this is where I have to mine down to, which means I just barely will miss 3 budded amethyst, but I will have to mine this one, which is very painful to do. So I'm actually going to mine out the rest of these layers, and then I'll do that, because it is not fun to mine this, and I'll also give it a bit of time to grow on the other sides of it. And almost there. Just a few more blocks. Okay. And that is the whole farm dug out. Yeah, none of that actually grew. And then I suppose... Ew, that's painful to do. Now, let's finish this farm. Okay, so I have finished the farm, and I've AFK'd for quite a while, and yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but so far all this farm has produced is 1 salmon. I might have built it in a bad place, or maybe this farm doesn't work. I've looked at the comments on the video where I got this. Lots of people were having difficulties with it. Probably should have done that beforehand. Currently, I'm in the Discord, trying to get some help from people that know what they're doing. But yeah, this farm is not producing anything, and I'm not exactly sure why. But whatever it is, it's not working, and I still need the ink sacs. I need them today. That might mean that I have to actually get the ink sacs manually, unfortunately. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix this farm before the end of today, so unfortunate, but what are you gonna do, you know? That was a lot of work. That took quite a while to get enough ink sacs to make that much dark prismarine, and actually there's a bit more in here as well. And look at that. 10 squid heads. Hold on. Hold on. Yes. This is who I am now. I am a squid. No, actually. Like my face the way it is. But yeah, now if we're looking at the list, let's check off everything that we've collected. Yeah, look at that. All we have left is to get all of the deep slate related items we need. So I guess we're going for a mine. Okay, so the last thing I actually need is deep slate, and I got Shadow down here, and we made a deal. You know, she's been struggling with the diamonds, and I decided, why not help her out? So she's gonna help me get some deep slate, and I'll give her all the diamonds, and we'll both be happy, because I already have loads and loads of diamonds, so why should I get more? So yeah, we're gonna get to mining. Okay, so after all that mining, we got about 2 more shulker boxes of stuff, plus a little tuff, which I realized I also needed. But yeah, so hopefully that, along with what I already had, is enough. Now we actually did get Shadow about 53 diamonds in the process, which should severely help her out. And also slime, which is a very rare thing on the server. So I'm actually gonna head over and start building, because we have a lot to work to do. My goodness, that's really close up. Now, if you take a look over here, this is everything I need. So we got lots of deep slate, tons of prismarine stuff, lots more of this, ice, tons of prismarine related items. Then we have even more deep slate, and plus, I just remembered, I still have some stuff in here. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, there's one. And there's the other. So then we have all of our dark oak, and all of our other various items. So, I guess, let's get to building. And just like that, isn't this place beautiful? Let's take a little bit of a closer look. So, right behind us, we have what will be our nether portal right here. And it comes out to this path which goes all the way around the farm. And on the edges are these ice pillars, which really break up the plain wall. And it mimics the portal design itself. It's all lit up by these relatively plant-like, but like very stony plants, and kind of, again, very corrupted. Around the outside, you'll notice these touches with glass, and each side has a different color. So we have the light blue, the cyan, then the normal blue, and the purple. That's really the theme we're going to go with for our builds as far as I can see into the future. But yeah, if we're looking closer at the farm, you can notice I just kind of roughened up all of the edges and made it feel kind of like a natural rock formation almost. And I really like how it looks, especially in the center on the front and back. I really like the almost the same type of plant as those ones there and all the way around here. But in earlier stages and coming from the ceiling as well. So now really there's only one thing that's left to do, and that is of course light the nether portal. So let's get our box out here. Let's get our flint and steel. And this farm has now been completed. And there we have it. A newly lit nether portal to bring us into the completed Guardian farm. Now this was a really fun project to take on, and I'm really glad I did it so, because it was a good experience, and probably the biggest project I've actually ever followed through on in Minecraft, and it was good experience, and it was really fun along the way. Designing this build itself took absolute ages to even decide what to put in some of these bigger open areas, let alone tuning up the finer details. But overall, and the farm itself works perfectly. So yeah, if we come down here, you can see already a guardian just fell down and you weren't even in the AFK spot. Right here, we have all of these prismarine shards. I think it hasn't changed much because I haven't AFK'd too much. But yeah, look at this, all of this stuff. I think the only reason we have fewer prismarine crystals is the first night I AFK'd, we actually had a little bit of problem with the sorting system and it overflowed, and it was all going to these chests, which meant the hoppers that were taking input only had like 1 or 2 spots for the prismarine crystals, and I think we might have had some loss, which is unfortunate, but we still have plenty, and these I believe are only used for sea lanterns, so I think this should be good for us. But yeah, that was a great project. Now I have 2 rockets, so I want to get a view from above. I'm also going to wait for night. It's not too long. But we have 2 rockets, and some of those need to go back so that I can get all the way over to Fanatic's base, because I believe that Fanatic has opened up a little bit of a rocket stand, probably at his base. So let's wait for night, and then we'll take a view from above, and hopefully this will be enough rockets to get us all the way to the portal. Although we will have to boat from our base to Fanatic's, because the boat line doesn't quite work anymore. And even just standing back here, I keep seeing guardians falling through. We're not even close to the AFK spot. Now you might be wondering, why am I not saving these rockets and just going through the portal? Because, I mean, I just lit this. It's not gonna be in our nether hub, so that won't help us too much, I don't believe. But yeah, I think it's almost about dark enough for this to be in its fullest effects. And the reason I'm waiting for night is I actually built this all in the dark, and I wanted to make it fit better with the night than the daylight, so the theme is really for the nighttime. And I believe this should be dark enough, so I'm gonna fly up. And let's take a quick view down below. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't this just absolutely beautiful? Look at this. Just, I love looking at it from above, because you get to see all of the colored rings on all 4 sides. Yeah, I was making all that planning with the rockets. I don't have any rockets. And the nether portal's the only way out of here. Let's see if I can do my elytra jump out of here. It's gonna be difficult. I might be able to do it, but it's gonna be difficult. Okay, here we go. No. Well, we have one option. Didn't see anything here. Nope, nothing at all, nothing at all. Do-do-do-do. Nothing is happening. Nope. Okay, and we swim. This is unfortunate. Hopefully we actually get some rockets. And we're not stranded without any. Okay, we're back at Lumberville. Now we just gotta boat all the way to Fanatic Space. Oh boy, I haven't done this in ages. Here we go. This is a long boat ride, I just remembered. Oh boy. And I'm already wishing I had rockets, which is hopefully what we're about to get. I mean, it would be very sad if I got there and there weren't any rockets. And now we come across why I didn't take the track itself. Yeah, it's been gradually getting disassembled. Yeah, it never really came to life as I imagined it would. Let's just say that. Okay, here we are, almost. It's actually a lot further than I can imagine, because with an Elytra, we'd be there in 5 seconds, but without, it takes a lot longer. My goodness. Early game travel is so crazy. Okay, let's see if we can find a safe entrance here. Let's see if there's anything around here that we can hopefully buy rockets at. Ooh, this is new. Yes, this is new. Okay. This looks to be what I was hoping for. Let's aha, rockets. Perfect. 1 diamond for 3 stacks. That's not a bad price. Not a bad price. Are there rockets in here too? Yeah. Okay, let's buy some rockets. Okay, let's get our rocket box, or our diamonds, and let's get as many rockets as we can. That should be good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 5 diamonds for all those rockets. That's a pretty good deal, I would say. Let's pop those in here and actually give ourselves one of those stacks. And there we go. Now today it is actually June 24th, and if you remember from the week 19 recap, this is the day that we are going to actually shut down the server for the summer. And that means I gotta prepare so that when I get back on in the fall, I'll be ready to just get to work. Which means I want to mend up my tools, I want to get as much food as possible, I want to be completely ready to get right into action when I get back, so there's not that dread of saying, oh no, what am I going to do? I need to get all this stuff ready that I could have gotten beforehand, and that's all before I have to start my big project. And now I can just jump right into my work. So let's do that, just that. Let's mend up my pickaxe especially, but all of my tools, all my armor. Let's clean out my inventory, get everything all set up, ready to go, so that we can jump into our next project right in the beginning of the next part of the server, I suppose. Oh boy, this might be something I also want to do today. We're really low on stock, with especially the mending and unbreaking's completely out, but I might want to stock some of that stuff up so I don't have to do it in the fall. But for now, let's mend our tools, and then we'll think about doing that. And there we go. Like that, all of our tools have been mended, and we made a profit. Now let's actually get some more emeralds so that we can restock the bookshop. What's it called again? Oh right, Big Books Plaza. Been so long since I made that shop. And like that, we have restocked the entire shop. Now let's craft all our emeralds back into block form. That wasn't too expensive actually. And we have plenty of emeralds left. And look at that, we have our tools all mended, we have as many rockets as we need, we've restocked the shop, so now I want to get as much food as I can, which I believe that should do it for me. Yeah, that's good enough, and now let's just clean up our inventory a little bit. Not that it's that dirty at all, but there are a couple of things we can fix. So, first of all, let's come over here to our head's chest and drop off this hoglin head that I picked up while coming back to Lumberville. And let's head up here if I can. And go into our wool chest and drop off our carpet. And I think I would also like to put this bed in here. And I think we are all good to go. Oh boy, so I think that is actually all from me for this week. And for this half Or I don't want to use that word because no one knows how long this will go. But for this part of the server, so I'll see you over the summer, and I am very excited to start on some of my bigger plans for the server. But for now, a bye.